I'm 73 years old, and I'm about to tell you something that might upset you. Everything you think you know about getting older is completely wrong. And the worst part? The people who should be telling you this, your parents, your teachers, society, they're either lying to you or they don't know themselves. You see, I spent the first 50 years of my life believing the same lies you probably believe right now. I thought I had it all figured out. I had the career, the house, the respect of my peers, but at 52, something happened that shattered everything I thought I knew. At 52, I had what doctors call a cardiac event. That's a fancy way of saying my heart tried to kill me. I was in a meeting discussing quarterly projections when suddenly the room started spinning. The next thing I remember is waking up in a hospital bed with tubes coming out of my arms and my wife crying in the corner. The doctors said I was lucky. Lucky? I had just come face to face with my own mortality, and they called it luck. But you know what? They were right. Because lying in that hospital bed with nothing to do but think, I realized something terrifying. I had been living my entire life on autopilot. I wasn't really alive. I was just going through the motions, checking boxes, trying to meet everyone else's expectations. And here's the part that haunts me to this day. If I had died that day, if my heart had stopped permanently, what would I have left behind? A nice house? A retirement account? A collection of achievements that nobody would remember in 5 years? Let me tell you the biggest lie you're probably telling yourself right now. I have time. I did this. I spent 30 years climbing a ladder only to realize when I got to the top that it was leaning against the wrong wall. And you can't climb back down and start over. Time doesn't work that way. Here's something nobody tells you when you're young. Success is a terrible goal. And I say this as someone who achieved everything I set out to achieve. I made partner at my firm. I bought the house. I had the respect of my colleagues. And you know what? None of it mattered. You achieve your goal, and for about 48 hours you feel amazing. Then the feeling fades. You're back to baseline. Now you need a new goal, a bigger achievement, more validation. It's a hamster wheel. I had a friend who died 3 years ago at 68, worked 70-hour weeks his entire life, built a multi-million-dollar business, never took a real vacation, kept saying he'd slow down next year. Next year came, and he had a stroke.
At his funeral, his son said, "My father was a successful man, but I barely knew him." Is that the legacy you want? Your regrets won't be about the things you did wrong. They'll be about the things you didn't do at all. I don't lie awake at night thinking about failed business deals. Those don't matter. You know what keeps me up? The trip to Japan I never took because I was too busy. The relationship with my brother that I let deteriorate. The book I always wanted to write but never started. The time I didn't spend with my kids because I was working late. These things eat at you. The missed opportunities, the roads not taken, the love you didn't express, the risks you didn't take because you were afraid. The people you love, your parents, your siblings, your close friends, you think you have unlimited time with them. You don't. And one day, that time will run out. My father died.
After my heart attack, I made big changes, stepped back from work, started saying no to things that didn't matter, started saying yes to things I had put off for decades. In these last 21 years, I've learned more about life than I did in the previous 52. What matters is embarrassingly simple. Time with people you love, work that feels meaningful to you, experiencing things, not owning things, creating memories, being present. I know it sounds simple. When I was your age, I would have rolled my eyes. Sure, but I have bills to pay. And yes, you do. I'm not saying quit your job. I'm saying don't sacrifice what matters for what doesn't. Here's a question I want you to ask yourself, and I want you to answer it honestly. I'm 73 years old. I've been lucky enough to have good health since that heart attack. But every morning when I wake up, I'm aware that I'm on borrowed time. We all are, really, but most young people don't realize this. They think they're invincible. They think they have forever. You don't. I have grandchildren, 3 of them, and when I look at them, I see the same patterns I see in most young people today. They're stressed, they're anxious, they're chasing things that won't make them happy. They're making the same mistakes I made. And I try to tell them. I try to share what I've learned. But you know what? They don't really listen. Not because they're bad kids, but because they can't. They're living in the storm right now. They can't see the patterns yet. They think their situation is unique, that the old rules don't apply to them. That's why I'm making this video. Because maybe, just maybe...
So what are you gonna do? Keep putting off that phone call? Keep postponing that trip? Keep telling yourself you'll make time later? Or are you gonna wake up today and start living like your time is limited? Because it is. If I could go back and talk to my 30-year-old self, here's what I would say. Stop trying to impress people who don't matter. Stop sacrificing your health for your career. Stop putting off joy until someday. Stop waiting for permission to live the life you want. Start calling your parents more often. Start taking the trips you dream about. Start doing the things that scare you. Start saying no to obligations that drain you. Start saying yes to experiences that fulfill you. And most importantly, start now. Not next year, not after this project, not when you have more money or more time or more whatever. Now. Because I promise you, the perfect time will never come. Life will always be messy and complicated and full of reasons to wait. But if you wait, you'll wake up one day and realize you waited your entire life away. I'm 73. If I'm lucky, maybe 10 or 15 more years. Maybe 20 if blessed. Probably less. And I'm okay with that. Because these last 21 years have been the richest of my life. Not because I made more money, because I finally started living intentionally, appreciating every day, prioritizing what matters. I've traveled to places I always wanted to see, deepened relationships with my children,